Combining rays of light. You may, as you move forward into the rays of light, begin to see the potent combinations when you use certain rays together. For example, when the love ray is connected to the emerald ray, which is the you ray, together they help you authentically be you. There is a tendency to want to get rid of that which you would call negative and to avoid those experiences that are less preferred or less desirable. We agree that it is not beneficial to stay in any polarity for an extended length of time. Allowing and integrating these thoughts, feelings, attributes, and experiences will assist you in coming into wholeness. Similarly, integrating your positive gifts allows room for less developed aspects of yourself to shine forth. The combination of the love ray and the emerald ray assists you to pulsate with your essence, your signature energy in a state of harmony, creating this exquisite quantum effect. Support exercise. Integrating back into wholeness. You might have a running dialogue in your mind of negative self-talk or things about yourself that you may not like. Allow those thoughts and any sensations associated with them to come into your awareness. Perhaps it is a habit, a body part, or some quality about yourself that you do not like. Allow it to come to the surface. Rather than trying to get rid of this part of you that you may not like as much as other parts, we invite you to allow it, thank it, bless it, and to include it back into the wholeness. That we began with your heart center and the back of your heart center at the start of this segment, and connecting to the energy of love, was on purpose. The love vibration is inclusive. Love and having an open heart is neutral. It is large enough to include the positive and the negative. It includes the wholeness. Include back into the wholeness any aspects of you that you may not have preferred as much as others. This is trapped energy and is energy that you can be utilizing. It creates a fragmented frequency. It is like having interference on your radio station when you are in between stations. There is not a clear signal that is being transmitted. Intend to integrate this aspect back into the oneness and the expansiveness of the heart and love energy. It is like recycling and melting a bottle back into its preformed state. It is alchemy. Even if your conscious mind does not know how to do this, a part of you does. Think about a gift, talent, or an attribute of yourself that you like, find wonderful, that you lean on or lead with. Thank and bless this part and bring it back into the wholeness, into your heart space and into love so that it creates an opportunity to move into areas of you that have been underexplored or underdeveloped. It is not that this gift, talent, and attribute goes away. It is so strongly a part of you that it will remain a part of you, but it allows another aspect of you to come forward more. We invite you to think on the soul level, the level of intuition and the aspect of your spirit. What is it that you feel is an essential part of you that has not been explored fully? This may be a whisper, a dream, a thought, something that you experienced as a child, something that you think you would enjoy doing, or a part of you that you know is there but for some reason, whatever the reason is, it has not been expressed fully. Invite this part, whether you consciously are connecting to it right now or not, to come online, to be a part of the wholeness, to be a part of your expression, to be part of the you that you are transmitting, that you are projecting, and that you are bringing into the presence of your life. Invite this part to be integrated back into the wholeness, allowing you to have greater access and a deeper connection to it. Spend some time with this process, and when you feel ready, take some deep breaths, gently move and stretch your body, and return to this time and space. We are presenting the rays of light as individual bands of consciousness, and yet just like a rainbow is a spectrum of consciousness, so are the rays of light. As you bring one ray of light into proximity with another ray of light, then something unique is generated and cultivated. These rays of light may merge together like blue and red become purple, and they may also act together like a candy cane or a stripe where they're next to each other, like a prism reflects light. The desire to be in loving communication and connection. Because the love ray is so associated with the word and emotion of love, we recognize that one of the deepest desires of your soul is to be in loving communion with others and to be in connection. You may want to manifest a person to share your love with, or you may want to manifest a better connection with your family or your friends. The love ray can induce a state of harmony and a state of vibration within you that then creates an invitation for those that want to be in communion with you. Yet we feel that if you were to associate the love ray solely with relationships, that would actually limit what's possible with it. Can you apply the love ray to relationships? Yes, and yet to only use it for that would be tapping into a small vibration of what is possible with it. As you see that it enhances oneness or interconnectedness with all there is, you can also see that attribute as one of the keys to manifestation. Applying the love ray to the body. The love ray could also be applied physiologically to the body when there is something that has been lost, like in a stroke when you've lost part of your capacity to move. Applying the units of consciousness of the love ray can help reopen the connections to that part of the body. Or if there's part of the body that's gone numb, the love ray could be one that would create the interconnectedness to the body. This also works for relationships. Let's say there are aspects of your relationship that have gone numb, or you don't have a direct connection to them. Maybe these are affection, laughter, sensuality or sexuality, communication, tenderness, or gentleness. Applying the love ray to the relationship can help awaken those connections once again. Applying the love ray to other aspects of your life. If your creativity has been dormant, or if you have not had access to your creativity, after applying the love ray it would be enhanced. It is the same with your money and your finances. If you apply the love ray to your money and your finances, then any interconnectedness that's been missing can be reawakened. Sometimes when it comes to money, people may have a sort of amnesia or a numbing out or a shutting down. One of the coping mechanisms that some people adopt with money is to try to ignore it, not opening the bills, not having an awareness of how much your expenses are, and having an ostrich in the sand approach to money. If you apply the love ray to your money relationship, then it creates an open-eyed experience. Utilizing the love ray in stages. The desire to be in loving communication and connection. Because the love ray is so associated with the word and emotion of love, we recognize that one of the deepest desires of your soul is to be in loving communion with others and to be in connection. You may want to manifest a person to share your love with, or you may want to manifest a better connection with your family or your friends. The love ray can induce a state of harmony and a state of vibration within you that then creates an invitation for those that want to be in communion with you. Yet we feel that if you were to associate the love ray solely with relationships, that would actually limit what's possible with it. Can you apply the love ray to relationships? Yes, and yet to only use it for that would be tapping into a small vibration of what is possible with it. As you see that it enhances oneness or interconnectedness with all there is, you can also see that attribute as one of the keys to manifestation. Applying the love ray to the body. The love ray could also be applied physiologically to the body when there is something that has been lost, like in a stroke when you've lost part of your capacity to move. Applying the units of consciousness of the love ray can help reopen the connections to that part of the body. Or if there's part of the body that's gone numb, the love ray could be one that would create the interconnectedness to the body. This also works for relationships. Let's say there are aspects of your relationship that have gone numb, or you don't have a direct connection to them. Maybe these are affection, laughter, sensuality or sexuality, communication, tenderness, or gentleness. Applying the love ray to the relationship can help awaken those connections once again. Applying the love ray to other aspects of your life. If your creativity has been dormant, or if you have not had access to your creativity, after applying the love ray it would be enhanced. It is the same with your money and your finances. If you apply the love ray to your money and your finances, then any interconnectedness that's been missing can be reawakened. Sometimes when it comes to money, people may have a sort of amnesia or a numbing out or a shutting down. One of the coping mechanisms that some people adopt with money is to try to ignore it, not opening the bills, not having an awareness of how much your expenses are, and having an ostrich in the sand approach to money. If you apply the love ray to your money relationship, then it creates an open-eyed experience. Utilizing the love ray in stages. One aspect of the love ray is that it can be utilized in stages. It's like when you're putting a pot of water on the stove to boil and the water is cold. If the cold water is a slow vibration, which it isn't, but for the purpose of this analogy we will call it so, and the boiling water is a faster frequency, there is a gradual change in frequency, there is steam. The water doesn't boil instantly. It's a process. That's the same with the love ray. As you apply the love ray, you don't instantly snap into this high vibration. It could work that way, and yet it's not the way that you have been used to having it work. Utilizing the love ray in stages or as a process also allows you to be with it in ways that are with grace for all levels of your system. It's like a time-released vitamin. You eat the vitamin and yet the benefit of the vitamin keeps going and going. It's not only what you can uptake in the moment that you can utilize. That's the process of oneness, that's the process of disintegrating the cubicles, the illusions, the partitions. Written exercise. Exploration of the deepest desires of the soul. We would like to complete this segment with a writing exercise. What is it that you would like to connect to in this moment that would totally realize the deepest desires of your soul? Once you have your paper, pen, or computer and keyboard ready, call upon the love ray. You may do the same exercise that we did in the beginning of connecting to your heartbeat, connecting to your pituitary gland, connecting to the base of your spine, calling upon the love ray and letting it build a pathway in the spiral of ascension and descension. Call upon the love ray. When you feel that you've connected and you have an awareness that you feel a greater sense of harmony or a greater sense of peace, ask to connect to your soul and to communicate with your soul. The love ray is creating a deeper interconnectedness, a oneness to your soul and the consciousness that your soul has. Then ask, what are the deepest desires of my soul? Spend a few moments writing about the deepest desires of your soul. Maybe this is in longhand or maybe it comes out as a list. Spend about 10 minutes with this, and in the last couple of minutes, if you can, create a list or a sentence that really embodies for you the deepest desires of your soul. The reason that we're recommending that you don't spend tons of time on this is because when you're in this interconnectedness with the soul, it just comes quickly. You can trust that what comes through is what you're wanting to know at this time. Once you have your written form, you may want to put it on a different piece of paper. Then imagine that you are calling upon the love ray and that you're dropping units of the love ray onto this piece of paper, and that is a process of manifestation. It's disintegrating anything that is creating a lack of connection between you and what it is that you're choosing to have in your life, and that it is also amplifying your vibration to be in the high vibration of that which you would choose. The love ray has been transmitted completely. It is one that is available to you, and we've shared many ways that you can apply it directly to your life. Enjoy the love ray. 3. The joy ray. The portal to greater health, wealth, and happiness. Enhances the vibration of joy and supports you to see the joy that already exists right here and now. It helps you entrain to the high vibration of joy, to take an energetic journey into a higher state of awareness and frequency. This alignment with joy is fundamental to enhancing health, wealth, and happiness, because joy is in vibrational proximity to these qualities. Tuning in. Open to receive this divine transmission. To assist your system in receiving this divine transmission, please find a comfortable position in which you can relax and begin to focus on your breathing. Notice your breath coming in and going out of your body. Allow your breath to slow down naturally and to deepen. As you are breathing, begin to focus on your feet. Feel your feet and breathe into your feet. Allow the act of breathing into your feet to represent the energizing of your path and your walk in life. Bring your attention to the space above your head and breathe into your higher self, which exists about an arm's length above your head. Focusing on and breathing into your higher self energizes the part of you that knows, the part of you that is intuitive. Having breathed into your feet and your higher self, now begin to focus on your heart center. Breathe into your heart. As you are breathing into your heart and energizing your heart, focus on the emotion of gratitude. Notice what you are grateful for and what you appreciate in your life. The energy of gratitude and appreciation helps open your system to receive this divine transmission. Feel your heart open wide. To complete this process of preparing to receive, inhale from your higher self above your head and focus on this breath going all the way down through your heart and down toward your feet. Now exhale from your feet up to your heart and up to your higher self. Practice bringing the breath up and then down and up again. Increasing joy in your life. Our purpose is to assist you in increasing joy, and through that increased joy to increase the amount of happiness, health, and abundance that you experience in your life. We are doing this through these words, but mostly through the vibration of this divine transmission of frequency and energy. This is a free will universe, so you are in charge of your experience. You are in charge of how much benefit you get from our encounter. You are in charge of how much benefit you get from our interaction. A choosing exercise. The willingness to live an exquisite life. Allow yourself to feel, hear, know, see, taste, and sense the energy transfer that is happening in this moment. With your free will, ask yourself this very important question: are you willing to experience more joy in your life? This seems like the simplest of questions, and you may rush to answer, yes. You may desire to be happier, to have more joy, and to have more fun. These things may be what you have been longing for. On the surface, it is easy to answer yes, and that is actually all that is necessary. Yet on a deeper level, are you actually willing to be happy, to be at peace, to see life as a joyous and fun experience? Are you willing to move beyond what you know of separation consciousness or lack? Are you willing to move beyond the lack of happiness, health, joy, money, time, peace, vitality, and energy? Are you willing to own that you know everything that there is to know about not having enough, about not being enough, and are you willing to step into the unknown of consistent moment-to-moment joy, bliss, and unity? From our perspective, we feel that you have learned everything there is to learn from your repetitive patterns, from your sense of feeling unfulfilled, and that there would be more to learn from living an exquisite life. Take a moment through your intention to preserve the conscious and unconscious learning from your life up until this point. If it is your choice, say out loud, I am willing to have an exquisite life. By simply having made this choice, this decision, and having set your intention to experience more joy, your entire being is able to receive more consciousness. Focus on the cells in your body and allow this transmission of energy to be received from the level of your cells. Take all the time that you would like to bask in the enhanced energy of your cells. When you feel complete, stretch your body and gently open your eyes. We have mentioned that we are a council of intergalactic beings. This sounds stranger than it actually is, yet it is one way for you to perceive us. At our base, we are made of the same thing as you are. This divine substance is your heritage and is our vibrational makeup. The questions and the longing that people have on the planet at this time have called us forth. It is not that this wisdom is something that you lack or is something that is outside of you. It is a process of remembering. Energetic exercise. Remember and awaken joy. We will spend a few moments in silence transmitting energy to assist you to come into a greater resonance of joy. At this time, we are transmitting the joy ray to assist the transmission and the receiving of this joy frequency. Focus on a time where you felt joyful, where you felt bliss, fun, ecstasy, and laughter. As this memory of joy is coming into your awareness, have a sense of your cells dancing, have a sense of the energy within your body beginning to bubble like effervescence, like bubbles in champagne. By simply remembering this time of joy, something within you is awakening, something ancient and deep, familiar, and fun is awakening within you. Allow this joy to erupt within you, to activate within you, to awaken. It is your divine birthright to be joyous. Spend a few more moments of concentration remembering and activating this joy ray. Notice if it has a certain color for you or a certain word associated with it. Ask for a symbol in which you can connect to it in the future. Knowing that you can call upon the joy ray whenever you would like, gently bring your focus back to feeling your body and noticing your breath. Remembering and awakening the joy inside you opens a door in your life. Once opened, the paths to joy are countless, so long as you are willing to recognize them. The next exercise will help you connect with the energy of these joyous opportunities. Support exercise. Create a joy list and connect daily to the joy ray. We would invite you to create a joy list, a list of activities that make you feel joyous when you do them. Place this list close to you where you can see it. You may even contemplate putting activities on your list that you have never done, but the idea of them brings joy. We would also recommend that you call upon the joy ray for 5 minutes a day. You can begin this segment of your day by stating out loud, "I am willing to have an exquisite life. I call upon the joy ray." Then focus on your symbol, your word, or your memory to activate this joy ray. Then just allow yourself to be in the energy of the joy ray for the next 5 minutes of the exercise. During the exercise you can also imagine that you are doing the activities on your list. Spending 5 minutes a day consciously connecting to the energy of joy in its purest state will increase the joy in your life. The vibration of joy. You may think about joy as an emotion. This is partially true. In actuality, it is a vibration, it is energy. In its purest form, it elicits a very harmonic resonance and a very peaceful state. As you are connecting to this energy, to this frequency of joy, it encourages your body, mind, emotions, and spirit to align with oneness, to come into a state of unity, into a state of harmony. From this state of harmony you are able to connect to the deepest parts of you, to your spirit, your soul, and to your heart's desire. All of you functions as one unit. One of the main reasons that you may feel discontent in your life is the splitting of your energy. Your mind thinks one thing, your emotions feel another, your body is in tune with something else, your spirit is singing an entirely different tune, and you may feel confused, scattered, or not present. By introducing the ray of joy, the energy of joy, into this incoherent vibration, there is a unifying effect. You are so much more than you can see, touch, and feel. Your essence is actually timeless, it is eternal. Support exercise. Immerse yourself in joy. We invite you to think of something that brings you a lot of joy. It could be a memory, thought, person, place, or a color. As you are thinking about and connecting to this energy and memory of joy, allow it to spark the natural rhythm of joy within you. Immerse yourself in this feeling of joy and allow it to permeate every aspect of your being. When you are ready, take a couple of deep breaths, stretch your body, move your fingers and toes, and return to this time and space. Choosing joy. You may have a habit of putting most of your attention on what you can think about and what you can see. Yet our hope for you is that you begin to put more attention on your essence, on your eternal nature, and on your multidimensional self. As your body, mind, emotions, and spirit come into resonance, then your eternal nature, your divine nature, and your essence are able to communicate with you more fully. There is also the thought that your external environment is what is dictating your feeling of happiness in your life. If there is something in your life that is not to your liking, then you feel negative, unhappy, or discontent. If there is something that is to your liking, you feel happy and at peace. From our perspective, this is one of the main reasons why people feel unhappy. It is a no-win situation to allow your inner state and your inner feelings to be dictated by your external environment. The amount of time that you are perfectly the right temperature, have the perfect amount of rest, the perfect amount of nourishment, and all of your conditions are perfect as a small window. Your environment is always changing. If you shift your focus from allowing your external environment to elicit a state of joy or a feeling of joy, and you consciously decide to be joyous regardless of any situation, then you will have a joyful life. If you choose joy moment to moment, then you will have a life of joy. When you are connected to your expanded self, you are in tune with the larger picture of your life, of your soul's evolution, of your past experiences, having purpose, and of everything that has happened in your life being the best thing that could have ever happened. It is this expanded state that allows you to be neutral enough to decide that everything in your life is good and is a reason for joy. Energy. We initially stated that our purpose is to enhance joy so that you can have more happiness, health, and abundance in your life. You may be wondering, what does one have to do with the other? How does experiencing joy on a regular basis enhance your health, wealth, and happiness? They are intricately connected, and there is actually a shift that is happening in the consciousness of the planet and those that inhabit it. Because of this shift, the connection is even more accessible and even more true. It is common knowledge that everything is at its base made up of energy. This energy is moving at different frequencies and vibrations, and depending on the speed and the density of the energy, it creates different forms of physical matter. The density of a chair is different than the density of water in the ocean, yet down at their base they are all made of the same matter. You are also made of energy, and your body is made up of an infinitesimal amount of different frequencies that have optimal frequencies to create optimal functioning. Your liver is vibrating at a different level than your skin. The frequency of your heart is different than the frequency of your thumbnail. The way that all of these energies move together in an innate wisdom to create harmony and health is beyond what your mind can comprehend. In actuality, you do not need to think in order to digest your food or to breathe. These are automatic parts of your autonomic nervous system. In training to the higher frequency of joy. We were talking about vibration being the basis of matter and how your intellect, your mind, is not responsible for the optimal functioning of your body. These two premises, these two reasons, are also true for why joy creates health, happiness, and wealth. Joy is a high-frequency energy. In the laboratory, when you have two heart cells next to each other, the one that is moving more quickly will entrain the one that is moving more slowly to it. This is the process that is also occurring through this divine transmission. You are in training to the higher frequency energy of joy. That which you desire in your life is also moving at a high vibration or a faster resonance than that which you do not prefer. Disease has a higher density than health does, it is a lower vibration. As more of your energy moves from your mind into the rest of your being, you are able to experience greater levels of synchronicity, greater levels of unification, of oneness, and of wholeness. As you are resonating in harmony, you are in tune with your intuition and your inner guidance. The chatter of your mind and the distraction of your emotions are unified into the whole. It is one sound. In this one sound you are able to move through your life more effortlessly and function at a very supreme level. To be informed from your essence, from your soul, about what actions to take enhances the return on your efforts. Synchronicity. For example, you may desire a new home. You could look through the newspaper or the internet listings for a new home. You could hire a real estate agent and go out weekends and evenings looking for your new home. This is an example of how you may have approached the goal of having a new home in the past. There is an easier way. If you tune in to the joy ray and you allow yourself to come into wholeness and connect to your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, and your intuition, then you can ask what would be the most optimal action to take. How can you achieve your goal of a new home with ease and grace? You may see in your mind an old friend that you have not seen for 10 years, yet you are guided to call this old friend. As you do, you discover this friend happens to be living in a home that is for sale that is the exact specifications that you desire in your life. Through this one small action, your goal of finding a new home is achieved. This is an example of the way in which the energies on the planet are changing and the way in which you are being invited to change how you are living your life. Inspired action, unified action, and divine action are shortcuts to where you want to go. Moving to a higher level of awareness and being. One of the reasons why we are here at this time offering this wisdom that increases joy is that it is a very unique time on the earth. In some ways it is like living at a time when there is not the technology of the telephone. You try to explain what the telephone is, and the capacity to understand the technology is challenging. The idea that you can pick up a physical object and talk into it and talk to somebody who is on the other side of the world is a concept that, for those people who lived before the telephone, is a challenge to believe and to understand. Once people have seen the changes of 100 years and have used a telephone, at some point its use becomes automatic. Yet between the time before the telephone was created to the time when a person has the phone and uses it every day, there is a shift in awareness and a shift in consciousness that has to happen. This is similar to what is happening on the planet at this time. Communicating through telegraph, through letters in the mail, through telegrams, and in person are remnants of another time. Now you can connect to anybody around the world through the internet. This is another concept that people had to get used to. Now it is automatic. It was the same with electricity. Before there was electricity, the concept of electricity would probably seem crazy, yet now you flip the switch and you trust that the light will go on. We have been beaconed forth at this time by those of you who are seeking information about where you are headed and about the new ways of living and communicating. They are based somewhat in where you have been. It is a natural evolution. People were talking to one another long before the phone was created. The things that you will be doing and the ways that you will be doing them will be based on the foundation of where you have been. You have had the goal of having a new home, but the way of achieving the goal changes. Desire and creation. This is the type of information that we are here to share. One of the challenges that we have is that the consciousness is so steeped in what it knows that in order to open up to what is yet to be there takes a level of trust, a level of desire, and a level of willingness. But it is the natural evolution, and we know that if it feels good to you, then you will have a higher likelihood of trying it. If it makes sense to you and it fulfills a need that you have, then you will want to evolve, you will want to move forward. It is the desire that you already had that called forth the creation of the telephone. It is the desire that you already have that calls forth the ways of living your life with enhanced ease and grace, joy, and fulfillment. The timing of us being here and speaking with you in this way is intentional. There is a critical mass of needs and an expansion in consciousness that will fulfill those needs more easily. We have come full circle from where we began. We will complete by encouraging you to spend 5 minutes a day with this joy energy and begin to ask for divine inspiration. Follow your instincts and make a conscious decision to experience more joy.